Human beings are naturally curious creatures. This curiosity is responsible for science, civilization, space travel, and unfortunately, cave diving. Now, for most men, the desire to crawl into dark, dangerous holes disappears around age 12. Usually, shortly after getting stuck in a tunnel, seeing a spider the size of a microwave, or discovering sunlight. But some men never fully escape this instinct. Instead, they grow older, acquire disposable incomes, and begin voluntarily entering cave systems, which is one of the most effective ways to convert yourself into a recovery operation. Now, cave diving combines two activities humans are biologically designed to hate: drowning and being trapped underwater. Because unlike regular scuba diving, cave diving removes several unnecessary luxuries such as visibility, escape routes, orientation, and occasionally hope. Imagine scuba diving, except the environment actively wants to turn you into geology. Scientists believe humans evolved to fear darkness, enclosed spaces, and suffocation. Cave divers looked at this and said, meh, skill issue, meh. Here are 5 types of cave divers I've encountered so far. Type 1, the smart one. This diver arrives at the cave entrance, looks into the endless underwater darkness, and experiences basic human thinking. At this point, he says, absolutely not, and leaves. This is technically the most successful cave diver. Type 2, the rational human. The second type enters the cave slightly and then suddenly his brain activates, usually after seeing visibility disappear, hearing rocks move, or realizing the ceiling is now emotionally touching him. At this point, he backs out. Type 3, the documentary. This diver goes too far. Now, cave diving has a fascinating mechanic, where the deeper you go, the harder leaving becomes. Eventually, this diver realizes he no longer knows where the exit is, he gets trapped and becomes featured in the next Netflix documentary. Type 4, the witness. He sees panic, dead ends, trap divers, or footage from really any cave diving documentary and immediately develops hobbies involving sunlight. Type 5, the enthusiast. This man watches cave diving disasters, body recovery footage, maps labeled certain death, and somehow concludes, that looks amazing. Now, the average enthusiast describes cave diving as peaceful, which is interesting because so is being buried. Now we have the returner. This diver survives getting trapped, losing visibility, oxygen failures, near death, and spiritually significant panic attacks. His wife cries, his family celebrates, friends beg him to stop. Then approximately 3 weeks later, he says, I think I learned a lot from that experience. At this point, cave diving stops being a sport and becomes a subscription service for trauma. So, what can we learn from all this? Mainly, if going anywhere requires maps, guidelines, backup oxygen, and psychological evaluations, maybe consider remaining on the surface, preferably somewhere with windows.